Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's me, Seb here, and back for another DVD review. So, just before we kick off this review, there's a couple of things that I just want to run through with you. So first of all, you've probably noticed we're in a different location. So I'm actually in the summer house in my garden, where it's a lot more cozy, wooden, just quite quieter really. So I get to, I don't know, be less interrupted and whatnot. But what I'd like to do is, in the poll, which should be like here somewhere, I'm going to ask you, do you prefer this sort of setup in here? It might be a bit echoey, I'm not sure. Or would you prefer me to be back in my room, with like the white background and, I think it's white, or is it blue? I'm not sure. I think it's blue, with the blue background. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you would just go and do a little vote down there. That'd be really nice. So, and also, just before we start this review, Who Stuff. I don't know if you've heard of Who Stuff, but I'm starting a collaboration YouTube channel with 4 other members. And I will leave a link to that channel in the description below. Basically, it's me and some friends doing some Doctor Who series, podcasts, whatnot. By this time this video goes out, we should have uploaded 1 podcast already, so be sure to go check that out after this. So, you're here to listen to me ramble on about the talents of Weng-Chiang. Now, if you have watched any of my DVD collections, you will know how much I adore this story. I uploaded a DVD collection a couple of weeks ago, I think it was now, and this story has always been a classic for me. I think I first watched this story properly, in summer 2017 when I was in France. Now, the reason I mention that is because it was the summer. I was in a good mood. I was on holiday. So I wasn't sure if me being very happy during that period has made me like this story even more. So what I did was, in the past week or so, I have rewatched this story, and no, I was right. This is a phenomenal story. Everything about this story is just for me. So what I mean by that is, like, this story is probably, like, if I were to have a perfect story, it would be based on this. It is set in one of my favourite periods, which is like the Victorian sort of Jack the Ripper era, and that is something that I'm really interested in, so that's a bonus. It also has one of my favourite Doctor companion duos in the form of the 4th Doctor and Leela, who I just think are incredible together. Really, really good stuff there. Leela has always been a favourite of mine. She's a lovely person in real life, Louise Jameson as well. She's just an awesome character, such a breath of fresh air. And not that I dislike Sarah Jane Smith, I do really like her, but I think Leela has that little taste to her that I prefer. Magnus Greel and Mr. Sin and Lee Sen Chang, I might as well mention them because they're phenomenal. It's like 3 villains, 4 if you include the dragon. They're all on the cover, and my god, what an incredible lineup of villains. Mr. Sin I'll start with because he's the first one I caught my eye. He's just so cool. He's so creepy. God, for the 70s as a kids show, that would have been absolutely terrifying. Magnus Greel is so cunning and he looks awesome, and oh, he works with Tom Baker so well. Lee Sen Chang is also really creepy as well. I was watching that and thinking, this is some gory stuff. You know, he not gory, but like quite scary. You know, the way he looks is just quite, and the way he acts and talks is quite eerie. And the big dragon thing, it's very typical, isn't it? So, sorry, I was having a drink there. It's just the villains of this story. It's just so awesome, and it's the finale of season 14, and obviously it is the finale. It does its job as being a finale. It's 6 parts, but they absolutely fly by, unlike some other 6-parters, Invasion of the Dinosaurs. But yeah, I can safely say I love this story. Now, there are 2 men in this story who I just adore, and you'll probably know who they are if you've watched this story, and that is Jago and Lightfoot. And oh my god, I can see why they made a whole Big Finish, like 11 seasons of Big Finish for them, because they're so likeable as people. Honestly, it's so sad that Trevor Baxter sadly passed away, because I would love to see more and just that continuing on in the future. I don't have any of the Jago and Lightfoot box sets. However, I have The Beast of Kravnos, which is a Jago and Lightfoot Big Finish, and Jago and Lightfoot and Strax, which is just awesome as well. Anyway, that's me going a bit off topic, but I love Jago and Lightfoot, and it's just such an... They've got so much likability to them. It's crazy. I've never seen two characters that I like that much that aren't companions or doctors, etc. So overall, The Talons of Weng-Chiang is an absolute classic of mine. The Giant Rat, I might as well mention that. Obviously, it's been updated in the Season 14 Blu-ray, which has come out, which I don't have, but I have entered a couple of competitions, so who knows? You might be seeing that come sooner than well, maybe. But what would I give Talons out of 10? I never do this, literally never, but I'm going to have to give it a 10. Everything about it, the pacing is just awesome. The Giant Rat I can get past. It's so enjoyable for me, so enjoyable. So that's about my thoughts on Talons of Weng-Chiang. What did you think, or have you actually watched this story? Have I convinced you to maybe go get it? And I mean, if you don't have it, then why? But what are your thoughts on this story? Do you think it's overrated? Well, it can't really be underrated, can it? Because it is a bit of a classic. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below, so be sure to do that. I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and yeah, that would really help me out a lot. So remember to just comment in the poll there and comment down below your thoughts on this story. And hopefully I will see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.